Hi again, guys. I'm Leslie, and guess what today is?
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Yes, it's Friday. It is day 2 of AWA, and it's time for another episode of Do You Remember Anime Manga Edition. Hope you guys enjoyed the last video. It was fun to organize and put things into perspective. First, Moribito, Guardian of the Spirit. I first saw this on Netflix several years ago, and then I watched it again 1 or 2 years ago, and it's still pretty awesome. Based on a Nohoko Uehashi novel, Moribito is about a female spear wielder and bodyguard named Balsa. After saving a prince named Chagum from the river, the second queen asks Balsa to take the prince and protect him from the king. Throughout the series, Prince Chagum learns about commoner life, as well as the woman who is protecting him, and especially about why his life is in danger. Why? Watch and find out. Number 2, Blood Plus. I've seen all 50 episodes of this anime at least twice, meaning that it's a good one. First inspired by the 2000 film Blood, the Last Vampire, Blood Plus is about a teenage girl named Saya, living with her 2 foster brothers, Kai and Riku, living with their foster dad on Okinawa Island. So Saya's a normal girl, a normal, anemic teenager on the track team at school who is able to eat anything and practically not gain any weight. She has friends, family, and a tiny bit of amnesia. One night, her life is changed forever when she encounters a horrific creature called a Chiropteran. Now, this blood-sucking, bat-like creature chases her into her school after killing someone, but a guy named Haji steps in and helps. This encounter and a special sword not only turns Saya's eyes red, but it also triggers a deadly change. She is able to swiftly kill the Chiropteran, and comes to find out she is the only one who can do so. Watch it for yourself and see what happens next. Number 3, Dot Hack Sign. I don't know about you, but I could not tell what was really happening in this 2002 anime. If I were to watch all 26 episodes again, now that I'm an adult, I might understand it with more underlying comprehension. Research reminded me that Dot Hack Sign is about a game called The World, and the players in it, mainly the elusive Wavemaster Tsukasa, and his inability to sign out. Gee, doesn't that sound familiar? Through the series, he meets characters like Mimiru, BT, Grim, and Sora, all with different personalities and goals in the game. Tsukasa is often seen isolating himself from other players due to his amnesia, but he starts to build relationships, like with Subaru, a female heavy axeman and leader of the Crimson Knights. I know there have been other Dot Hack Sign installments over the years, but I know nothing about them, and would recommend watching the show for yourself. Number 4, Eureka 7. This is another anime I've seen all of, but need to rewatch for the sake of enjoyment. Now, Eureka 7 aired on Adult Swim between 2005 and 2006, spanning 50 episodes, all of which are based on the 6-volume manga by Jinsei Kataoka. In the story, 14-year-old Renton Thurston lives in a boring little town called Bell Forest with his grandfather, who is a mechanic. He dreams of joining a rebel group called Gecko State, and its leader, Holland, who is a legendary lifter, which is a futuristic way of surfing, only using air instead of water. One day, a mechanical, Gundam-like robot called Nirvash crashes near Renton, and a girl named Eureka steps out. Renton's grandpa tells him to deliver what is called the Amita Drive to the Nirvash, and Renton ends up joining Eureka on Gecko State. Their young lives take multiple twists and turns throughout the show, teaching them both to grow internally and in their budding relationship as they battle enemies and take on past and future challenges thrown their way. Eureka 7 has several awards under its belt, including Best Female Character, Best Screenplay, and Best TV Series at the 2006 Anime Expo in the USA. Number 5, Kaze no Stigma. I saw this show on Netflix some years back, and it's another name on my need to rewatch list. Kaze no Stigma, which means Stigma of the Wind, is a 24-episode anime based on a 2-volume manga. and a 12-volume light novel spanning from April to September of 2007. The show is about Kazuma Kanagi, the scorned eldest son of the Kanagi family who cannot use in jutsu, a blaze technique, like the other members of his family can. After being defeated by his second cousin, Ayano, Kazuma returns home 4 years later with the power of Fujutsu, or the wind technique, and the last name Yagami. Yes, that one. Unfortunately, his return happens to be around the time some members of his family are killed by someone who also has wind powers, and Kazuma is of course the prime suspect. Ayano, now 16, and able to wield the heirloom sword Enraiha, feistily attacks Kazuma at a meeting based on this belief. But she has to work with him not only to stop the other wind user, but also to rescue her younger cousin, Ren, who is also Kazuma's younger brother. Some familiar voices will definitely be heard in this anime, including Cherami Lee, who does Lucy from Fairy Tail, Elizabeth from Black Butler, and Asuna from Sword Art Online. Now for an honorable mention, Dragon Ball Z. Now this is a manga and anime that everybody knows, that everybody has to remember. I remember the original episodes, and even GT when they were on VHS, all of which I still have. Now I have seen some of the movies, but not all of them, and I have not seen Dragon Ball Super, but the original was no doubt a helping factor for lots of anime today like One Punch Man. Dragon Ball is a long-standing production with multiple anime seasons, with millions of manga copies sold all over the world, and a handful of series sequels, including a popular abridged version by a group called Team 4 Star. And a few members of said group are going to be at AWA today in person. Make sure to check them out along with their YouTube channel and their website, as well as their Patreon. But also make sure to support the official release of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super. And that's all I've got for today's episode of Do You Remember? Anime and Manga Edition, Episode 2. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave comments if you did, and if you remember any of these anime or manga that I mentioned. Don't forget to attend AWA. Visit anywhere you can, take pictures, and maybe I'll see you around. I'm Leslie, and I'll see you guys in the next video.